So now we're into the third quadrant of the mind chi. So we started off with the starting point, we've explored the past, and now we're in the now. So the fifth step is about being aware. So what's being aware all about, Vanda?
This is the one that is your secret to success. It is a very, very quick way that you can immediately check in with everything about you and find out how it is. So you are checking, and what we do just to give a kinesthetic to go along with it, take your thumb, and when it touches the first finger, do a body check. Now, what do I mean here? I often do it like a little x-ray, and I'm going, okay, have I been clenching my jaw? Is my neck free? Are my shoulders in a good place? Am I sitting nicely if I'm sitting? How am I managing? What's my body telling me? Is it saying that there's any stress or tension in it? Or is it saying that it's okay? So the first one is B, body. E, the next one, is emotions. And this is where we check and see what emotion are we having at the moment. And for example, say that we've gone into the grumpy room, and that's a very easy room to go into. And there we are. So the first thing is you think, is the grumpy room a good place for me to be? And if the answer is no, then you think, okay, that is not helping me be effective at the moment, that emotion. So you become aware that the emotion that you have decided to select at the moment, and remember, you do select your own emotions, that emotion is not serving you. So in the aware stage, body, how's it doing? Emotions, what have we got working for us? Action, now all of these, of course, tie together very, very tightly. But action, I think I can summarize by saying, are you only using the amount of energy necessary for what it is that you are doing? So, someone, for example, sending an email when they're happy and when they are cross. So, just wasting a tremendous amount of energy. So, you're just checking, am I using the right amount of energy? And then the final one, T for thoughts. This is that little voice that chit chatters away inside your brain, whack, 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 all the time. And tune into it. Research says that unfortunately, most of what it says to us is not positive, is not helpful. However, more recent research says that it is literally like a muscle, and you can thank that voice, but you can just choose whether or not you listen to it if it is being negative. But at this point in Aware, all we're doing is just saying, what's the chatter that's going on? Is it helping me or is it not helping me? So, in that, actually, you can do it in nanoseconds, but until you've got used to it, you've just gone body check, emotion check, actions check, and thoughts check. Where am I? How am I functioning? This is based on the CBT. And so this is the total awareness of what's going on for you at the moment in the now. And that's what's so important is once you have awareness, you can then decide where do you want to go.
Now, one of the things that I've experienced in the past as I developed my own awareness was just how numb I was to what was going on in my body and my emotions. So, when people first start doing this, what's your advice for building up that level of awareness? Because it might be the first thing might be, well, I don't feel anything. We all feel something, of course, but where they might be numb, what's your advice for developing and building out that awareness?
And that's interesting because when you focus your attention, immediately there has to be some feedback for you. So if you say to the body, I'm really wanting to know, and maybe just, actually physically check, how's the jaw? How's the neck? Does it go crick, crick, crick when you try to move it? So just check that. Emotion is often a very tricky one to come in, and we don't always have enough words for the emotions we have. So it is to become aware. And in the next step, I'm going to give you a way of finding lots of different emotions, but it is to give it a name. It is to name the emotion that you're experiencing. That then immediately brings the awareness. In the action, It's just a flashback very quickly. How was I moving, using my body when I flashed back there? And again, that ties back into body as well. So you can see it all ties together. And then the thinking, which is where you're checking, oh, what am I thinking? And that one, of course, as soon as you think, what am I thinking? You're thinking, what am I thinking? What you were thinking. But you'll be aware, you can remember what was going on inside your head for you to stop and think, did that help me or did that not help me? So it is a matter of doing it. And it is a matter of as soon as you focus, you will bring your awareness to that part of you that you're focusing on.
Now, you've already mentioned the importance of judgment in a previous step. Could you just explain why it's so important not to judge what you are suddenly aware of?
Yeah, because it is just feedback. It is, you push a button and it responds. And so it is just giving you feedback. It is a non-judgmental, hello, here I am, this is where I am. But what is exciting about that feedback is that now for the first time, you will, in the next minute, have the choice to choose to change, which you wouldn't have had at all if you had stayed with not being aware. So you can see how these 8 steps really build and build and build, getting stronger and more powerful and more effective as you put them all together.